Tenny, first lady. How?
Men, we can't live without them, yet still can't live with them.
Men, why we hate them.
What's the matter? Stephen asked, holding me in his hands as he knelt beside me. I could see that he was beginning to panic. I think I've killed Nonso. I managed to respond. Which Nonso? He asked, looking confused. My boyfriend. I dropped him off on the bridge in anger earlier today, I said with tears rolling down my eyes. I was angry. I didn't mean to do it, I cried. Is that what this whole drama is about? Stephen asked hurriedly, withdrawing his arms, which landed me on my bum with a soft thud. That's why you almost brought the house down? He asked, visibly irritated. Yes, I replied, wondering why he seemed angry suddenly. It's not like he knew Nonso had been cheating on me. But even if he did, I would have expected that his death would require some form of sympathy, even if it were just pretense. Don't you ever scare me like that again, Stephen warned, pointing at me. You didn't even ask questions before jumping to conclusions.
This Sonia self. I don't even know why. This girl is always jumping into conclusions. Also, how she just made all of us panic for nothing. As in, we all collectively had heart attack because of her stupid jumping into conclusions. So the victim was a woman. Although it doesn't still make it better that someone was affected. After all, she's a human being too. But somehow deep down, I'm relieved that it's not Nonso. Let's see what happens next.
The accident victim was a woman, he said, picking up his briefcase and walking to his room, leaving me behind to wallow in my stupidity. I immediately switched off my caller ID and dialed Nonso's number to confirm he was not involved in the accident. At first, he wasn't picking up. I continued to dial his number, determined to wake him up, even if it meant I had to stay awake calling him until he did. I was so relieved when he finally picked up and I heard his voice. I stayed silent for a few seconds to ensure it was really him and listened intently for any female voice in the background. You can't blame me. I had become that paranoid when it came to him, thanks to his constant lies and deceits. I finally hung up when I was fully satisfied that he was alive and hopefully alone and not with another woman. I couldn't sleep afterwards. I stayed up thinking about my relationship with Nonso and wondering if all the stress I was putting myself through because of him was worth it. It didn't make any sense to me that I couldn't imagine my life without him, despite all his cheating ways. I concluded that my love for him was complicated for even me to understand, and I may never find the answers to my questions. Eventually, I forced myself to sleep. After another horrible day working with Nancy the next day, I returned home to find Mom and Stephen having a serious discussion in the living room. I was surprised to see that he was home early. They asked me to join them immediately. It turned out there was a serious issue on ground. What's the matter? I asked, dropping my bag and sitting down on the couch beside Mom. Your father has finally lost it, Stephen informed me. What has he done this time? I asked, looking from Stephen to Mom and back again. He has decided to run for governor, Stephen replied. That's not bad, I thought to myself, but it would have sounded better had we not been on such bad terms. What's wrong with that? I asked, looking confused. Nothing really, Stephen replied, except that he's asking Mom for a divorce so that he can make Tenny his first lady, threatening to make her life miserable if she doesn't comply with his demands. What? I screamed, dropping my mouth open. He's planning to make Tenny his first lady? That is absurd.
Tenny, first lady. How?
I couldn't believe my ears. I had hoped that Stephen and Mom would say they were joking after a few seconds, but that didn't happen. Mom just sat there, looking dejected and staring into space, while Stephen sat, stamping his foot angrily as he appeared to be thinking of what to do next. How could Dad be so stupid and heartless to leave a woman who had played the central role in his success story to suffer from heartbreak, while he enjoyed that success with a greedy pig like Tenny? I became so mad that I decided I would do everything possible to make him regret his actions, even if it meant committing murder.
Hey, Sonia, please, oh, don't commit murder. If not, so did not make you commit murder. I don't know the person that will make you do it. Please, your father is not in his right senses, but that does not mean you should lose your senses. Now wow. What do you think is going to happen next? Let's find out in the next episode. If you're enjoying the story so far and you really don't want to have to wait till the next episode, then there's good news for you. The book is actually available in paperback and ebook format on Amazon and Seller. So you just need to go to Amazon and type in Men Why We Hate Them by Olufemi Idowu, and it will bring up the book, and you get to choose whether you want the ebook, paperback, or the audiobook.
For users that don't have access to Amazon, you can download the ebook on seller.co.
And you get to read these and many more exciting titles from yours truly. Men, Why We Hate Them.